Hi guys, and welcome back to Reed's Readers with your host, Clinton Reed. And today, as the title of this video shows, this is the announcement for the spring into Reading-a-thon. I've got tons of books here for this video. Again, this read-a-thon will be taking place March 20th through the 27th. Be a total of 8 days of gloriousness. We actually have a bingo board, which I'll show you in a minute. I don't know how much this will work, but we'll see. And I've got books to recommend for all the prompts. Again, I will be doing this with my two very best friends here on BookTube, Mel from Completely Melody and Kaylani from Kaylani Simply Me. Now, we will have a live show with the author on the 26th, 3 p.m. Eastern on Mel's channel, and then a after hours at 7 p.m. Eastern her time, or no, 8 p.m. Eastern her time. So 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. here in Central. But let's go over this lovely bingo board. We have a lovely bingo board here, which will be linked down below, along with a Google Doc and everything you need. The one that you will see will be better spelled. I couldn't find the most updated one. So this is what we're going to use. It just looks like this. All the spelling and stuff will be fixed down below. I'm just going to go across for each thing to discuss it. So let's just get into these awesome prompts that you guys always love. So we have 25 prompts for you this time. You do not have to do every prompt. You can do just these 5, just these 5. If you want to go diagonal, go down. You want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and the center. It's totally up to you. You can double up and everything. I'm going to be doing it for the entire month of March for myself. So every book I choose this month will have something to do with these. But let's just get into these. So prompt number 1 that we're going to discuss is spring cleaning. Oh, if you see me look down, I'm going to be reading from down here, okay? Is spring cleaning. Read a book that has been collecting dust on your shelves. This is so up to interpretation. It's been collecting dust for a week, 7 years, 12 years, a month, 2 days. It's totally up to you. Here I have Witches of East End, which has been collecting dust for quite a while. Same with Stray by Rachel Vincent, both collecting dust. I have at least 2 for every one of these. Both of these actually work for another prompt. Prompt number 2 is New Beginnings. Read the first book in a series, such as these 2. Stray and Witches of East End. I'm just going to throw down there. Or you can do something like Conventionally Yours by Annabeth Albert, which is the first in a companion duology right now. Or Wolf Song, which is super fun. Now, I don't like it. There we go. Next is challenge number 3 is Wet T-shirt contest. Read a smutty book for all you smutty readers. Now, I have a couple of options for this. 2 options. You could read Dick Fight Island, which is a very smutty graphic or manga. Or you could read something like Desperate Measures by Katie Roberts, which would also double up for another prompt. So I'm going to set that right there. So, stuff like that. Next is Road Trip. Listen to an audiobook. Audiobook of any kind. That is totally up to your interpretation of what you want to read. all the books that I show here, most of which have access to audiobooks. Challenge prompt number 5 is Life's a Beach. Read an easy read, which I've got 4 different options for this. You could read a middle grade, which is an easy read to me, like City of Ghosts. A thriller, like The Girl I Used to Know by April Henry. Fast, quick thrillers. YA thrillers are really good for that. You could read a manga. I Think Our Son is Gay. Or you could even read a graphic novel like Fence Volume 1. Like, easy read is really up to interpretation. What do you find quick and easy for you to read? Some people would consider smut for that. It's just totally up to you. We're going to move down to the next line, which the first prompt on this line is fresh air. Read a book outside. But you just have to start and finish the book outside. Have fun with it. I don't really have any. I could read this outside. So I don't really have any to show you for that. So I'm going to put that there. Okay, so next is spring fashion. Read a book with a beautiful cover. Again, another prompt that is open to interpretation. I have 2. I actually think a lot of these covers are gorgeous. But you could read something like The Ravens by Cass Morgan and Danielle Page, which I think is just gorgeous. Or A Curse of Dark and Lonely. Gorgeous cover. Our next prompt is to read one of Mel's favorite books / authors. Now, we will have a Google Doc down below that will have a list of her favorite authors on there. So I have 3 examples. One of her favorite authors is Cassandra Clare, any Cassandra Clare book. 2 books that she is well known for on this channel, which is Death Prefers Blondes by Caleb Rarig, or A Semi-Definitive List of Worst Nightmares by Crystal Sutherland. Both work for another prompt. I'm going to put those back there. Challenge number 9, which is April Showers. Just read a book that will make you cry. I have several choices here I've got a couple of choices for here of books that I think will make me cry, such as Goodbye Days by Jeff Zentner or Letters to the Lost by Bridget Kimmerer. Both I've heard a lot of people cry at, so I'm excited. And I'm sorry if I'm kind of cut. This kind of cuts off my head. I don't know. Oh well. Probably just shouldn't have messed with it. Whatever. Next is Luck of the Irish. Or Luck of the Irish. Read a book just that has green on the cover. Open to interpretation. I have 2. Actually, I have several here that could count for that. But Inheritance Games or The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo both have green on the cover. Give me a second. I'm going to stand up and I want to see. Am I still in this? Yeah. You know me. I suck at filming this stuff, so bear with me. Next is, on the next line, is to read one of my favorite books or authors, which on that Google Doc will have 11 books that I absolutely love, such as Under the Whispering Door by T.J. Klune, or even Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. Both are authors that I absolutely love. Another options would be Conventionally Yours by Annabeth Albert. Absolutely love her. Wolf Song. I'm obsessed with The Infernal Devices. Those are some of my favorites. So, I highly recommend. Next is Self-Care. Now, this one doesn't require a book. You just take a day throughout this readathon to yourself. Whether you're meditating, you go out to eat, go watch a movie, do something to refresh yourself. If you want to spend the day reading, cool, that works. Just spend a day for yourself. Next is our group book. So you can either buddy read. So this is just a buddy read the group book. Which, drum roll, please, which I will read what the book's about. It is Extraordinaries by T.J. Klune. And T.J. Klune will be joining us for the live show on Completely Melanie's channel. Oh, you guys know T.J. Klune is my all-time favorite. And I have not read his YA series yet. So this could be my new fave, or this could be a complete disaster. Who knows? Nick Bell is not extraordinary, but being the most popular fan fiction writer in the Extraordinaries fandom isn't a bad start. While masked heroes with superpowers perform real feats of bravery amid the clouds and in the shadows of the city, Nick is satisfied writing fictional stories about their heroic and romantic exploits. I'm going to do something real fast. This needs to... There we go. I can move back a little bit. There we go. I can breathe. Which he fondly posts online instead of finishing his homework. That is until a chance encounter with Shadowstar, Nova City's mightiest hero and Nick's biggest crush, changes everything. Nick is no longer satisfied writing about heroes. He wants to become one. So he sets out to make himself something more. Something extraordinary, full of valiant adventures, thrilling twist, queer romance, laugh out loud humor. This is the beginning of a remarkable story about a fanboy with ADHD and the heroes he loves. Now, I would put this down as a book that might make me cry, because every T.J. Klune book has made me cry. And the hardbacks to the Extraordinaries all have alternate nurse jackets, which I think is phenomenal. I am obsessed. I cannot wait to read this series. Ugh. I'm going to try to possibly read book 1 and book 2 during the readathon. We shall see. But yes, T.J. Klune will be joining us, and I am so excited. But we've got more prompts to talk about. So let's go on. Our next prompt is Spring Forward, read a sequel. Which could be the second book in a series, the last book in a series. So be it. You could do something like Good Girl, Bad Blood by Holly Jackson, or Unravel the Dusk by Elizabeth Lim, which I might try to squeeze this one in that week. Who knows? No, things dangerously. Next is Love is in the Air. Read a romance or book featuring a friendship. Which, when I did this really quickly, I couldn't find one with a friendship. Like, automatically that popped in my head. But these two popped in my head for romance. You could read something like Take a Hint, Danny Brown by Talia Hibbert, which is amazing. Or something like Legendary Daddy by Mia Monroe, which I'm super excited to read. So, Next is Over the Rainbow. Read a classic or a fairy tale retelling. Such as you can read a classic like And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. Or a retelling like Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page. Next is Spring Break. Read a book that involves travel or vacation in it. Now, this is all about interpretation. You could read something like Beach Read, where they travel to the beach, to beach houses and stuff like that. Or you can read a fantasy like The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang, where there's a lot of traveling in it. Next is Refresh Your TBR. Get yourself a brand new book. You don't have to read it during this readathon, but gift yourself a book. Ew. Oh. I know another book down here that will qualify for this. Next is read one of Kaylani's favorite books or authors. Says there will be a list down below of all of her favorites as well. Stuff like Take a Hint, Danny Brown, which I know is one of her favorites. The Love Hypothesis, which is one of her new favorites. Or Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas, or any Sarah J. Maas book counts as a Kaylani favorite. So, again, hers will be on that Google Doc down below. Next is Women's March. Read a book with a strong female character. Now, I have two different interpretations of that. You could do Fix Her Up by Tessa Bailey, which is about a woman who stands up for the fact that her job is a clown and stuff like that. She's a very strong... Georgie is a very strong individual. Or you could read something like The Black Witch, where Ellerin Gardner is a very strong individual as well. So, or any Sarah J. Maas book, Sandra Clare characters. Next is Read Like an Aries. And read a book under 250 pages. Now, a lot of us know a lot of different Aries, and a lot of the Aries that we know have like ADHD and they can't. Like, I'm not saying all Aries have ADHD, but a lot that I know of have a hard time focusing on things at a time. So we thought it'd be a really cool way of reading a book under 250 pages, which you could read something like The Night She Disappeared by April Henry, or a new fave of mine, which is Featherbed by Annabeth Albert. Next is to read a Seasonathon read a past Seasonathon group book if you've missed out, or you can read another book by those authors. And I think I have all of them, except for the Adriana Mather book, which is in the other room. I feel like I have all of them, and I feel like I'm missing another one. But here are some examples. Like, you could use this to read more TJ Klune on this month. But we've had Caleb Rarig with Death Prefers Blondes. We've had Crystal Sutherland with a semi-definitive list of worst nightmares. We've had Austin Simon-Broca and Emily Werbley with If I'm Being Honest. We've had Kristen Simmons for The Deceivers. We've had Sophie Gonzalez for Perfect on Paper. We've had Jeff Zentner for Serpent King. We've had Jessica Brody for The Chaos of Standing Still. And we've also had Janelle Angelis for Where Dreams Descend. If you want a full list of Seasonathon authors, I think the only one we're missing is Adriana Mather for Killing November and How to Hang a Witch. Other than that, I literally think these are all of the authors. Yeah, I do believe this is all the authors. I had two Gaiman. I don't know. Feel like I'm missing someone. But no, I'm not. So I'm just going to leave this deck here. Next is Tiptoe Through the Tulips. And read a book with either pink, yellow, or a mixture of either or on the cover. You can do a book like Red, White, and Royal Blue, which is all pink. Out of Character by Annabeth Albert. Or something like Hello, Cruel Heart by Maureen Johnson, which is yellow and pink. Next, we have... Ooh, I'm making a mess over here. Is Spring Court. Read a book with fairies in it, such as the Mercy Thompson series. Further along you get in this series, there are fairies. Or you can do ACOTAR series by Sarah J. Maas. This was just the first one that was easier to grab. I know a lot of Sarah J. Maas has fairies in it, but these were like the first ones that popped in my head. I'm like, I couldn't think of a lot of fairies that I own. So we shall see. And our last prompt is Tiny Umbrella. And that is just to drink your favorite iced beverage. So you could say you wanted to go diagonal. You could Spring Clean, read a book that's been collecting dust. Spring Fashion, read a book with a beautiful cover. Read the group book, one of Kaylani's, and drink a beverage. Or a book under 250 pages. A book with travel, group book. A book to make you cry and an easy read. Or you could go across, down, or you can also do Spring Cleaning, Read Like an Aries, Tiny Umbrella, Life's a Beach, and group read. It's all about how you want to do this readathon. Like I said, I will probably use this bingo board for the entire month of March and see if I can complete it by the end of the month. But who knows? I'm super excited for this readathon, and I hope you guys join us. Again, it is March 20th through the 27th. I apologize if this is kind of a low-balled, like, not that exciting video. But that's all I've got for you guys. Remember to look down below for the bingo board, the Google Doc, which will have everything on it. I will link you down to Kaylani's channel and Mel's. I will try to get to Amazon link, if I remember, for the group book Extraordinaries by TJ Klune, which has been pitched as Rainbow Rowell's Fangirl meets Marissa Meyer's Renegade series, and I'm super excited. Plus, it's TJ Klune. We already know how I feel about him, so I'm going to be starstruck during this, so who knows. I'm so sorry that this is very low energy. Not a video I wanted to have low energy, but whatever. But that's all I've got for you guys today. I hope you guys join us. Again, if you want a list of our Seasonathon books, I will get with Mel and see about posting something on Twitter so that you have like a full list of who we've done for what. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video, so hit that thumbs up. Might as well hit that subscribe and join us for spring into reading Athon. And until next time, guys. Oh, also, comment down below if you're excited for the next round of Seasonathon and if you're taking place. It's gonna be fun. I'm trying to read as much TJ Klune as I possibly can before that live show. So, like I said, you can double up, so the group book could count for one of my favorites because it's one of my favorite authors. It is my favorite authors. My new favorite author still. Because I read 10 things of his and gave them all 5 stars. But yeah. Until next time, remember kids, always be fabulously yourself. Bye! Boom!